as we are building our fortitude for self-compassion, we're also going to start to talk about how self-compassion impacts our relationships. And this illustration is one of my favorites. I adapted it from another organization's illustration for racism. And in their depiction of racism, they say we go from fear to trust. In my depiction, I say we go from a soloist mindset all the way over to a tribal mindset. But for sure, we're still talking about trust. When I can trust myself, I can feel safe. I can feel compassionate. I can feel confident. When I can trust my tribe, I can connect. I can hold interdependence. So in this illustration, we start off with folks who can only trust their animals. And that part of this road can only expand. It can only go back the other way. And a person in the middle of the street has balance is key as a concept. Balance is key, but that's really just half the journey all the way around to tribal mindset, collective mindset. So we get to have an idea that collaboration and synergy are really evolution in practice, evolution in process. And then once we have that construct, we stop believing that when it comes to socializing, I can choose quality over quantity. And it's everybody's personal objective to figure out where you sit on this road. The journey is real. And in different situations, we can have different perspectives. The road goes both ways. So I can have a collaborative mindset and really believe that synergy is evolution in practice. But if I get into a particular collaboration, I might be triggered to shut down and start heading back towards the road of I can only trust my animals. I do point out some scenarios that move us either forward on the road or backward on the road. Dating for sure takes everybody out of their comfort. Dating for sure sends us all the way back around this road. If I'm at the gym, I'm also quite capable of working out in front of people. I'm just hoping don't nobody talk to me. But when it comes to creating collaboration at work, we're all growing the skill to get ourselves over to this collaboration part. And with artists and creating art, we find that interdependence is the expression of art. Art is an expression that that person has something to say to the larger community. So we call art an execution of a tribal communication. So the more safe we feel next to somebody, the less fear we feel in that situation. And that's what this depiction is really driving home. Everybody is moving from less fear to more fear, or from a place of feeling secure back to insecure. The absence of fear is security and confidence. The presence of fear is insecurity, and a little bit of worry war starts to happen for the person who is consumed by fear. Once we trigger fear, we start to see much more harm in our environment, and we can express very little trust. So I'm hopeful that these illustrations help you see the road that we're all on, and we'll be talking later on in our breakout groups about our personal journey on this road, because everybody's journey is different and unique, but also quite similar.